Hi guys, Model Muffet here, how you doing? Two things I want to talk about today. One, on a very light note, is introducing Kyle. And that is somebody called GOODKyle. He used to be Bad Kyle, but now he calls himself GOODKyle. I came across him through the Last of Us forums. He does have his own YouTube channel as well. He's got some very good content. He's a very good player, and he's a very nice guy. So, yeah, head over to his channel at some point and say hi, say Muppet sent you. Right, the other thing I wanted to talk about was some kind of shocking news that I read when I was like having my morning coffee the other day. And this is that there's been more, I'm talking UK figures here, there's been more soldiers have either committed suicide on active service or on return from Afghanistan than have actually been killed in Afghanistan for the year 2012, which is the latest year that the figures are available. And I know, I was just like really shocked by this. Now, as with a lot of things, I think we're looking at tip of the iceberg stuff when we're looking at suicides. You know, if we were to assume totally made up figures having some relevance here, you know, that 1 in 1,000 people who have suicide are going to kill themselves. You know, that means there's a hell of a lot of people out there who have either suicidal thoughts or have depression to an extent that they want to hurt themselves or harm themselves, or it's certainly going to affect their quality of life, going to affect their family. And these figures aren't making the headlines. The reason I guess it hits home to me is some of my older viewers, you know, people who've been subscribed to my channel for some time will know I do have clinical depression. You know, I don't make a habit of talking about it on every video because that's just going to get plain boring. But yeah, I do have clinical depression, and it's amazing how much of your life it affects. One of the things that happened once I started talking openly about it on my channel was that some other people came out and said, yeah, you know, I've got depression too. And there's even been a few people now who have realized that they have depression to such an extent that they really need to, you know, get treatment for it, to tell their wife about it or their family about it, and you know, to start dealing with it. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I will keep on discussing it from time to time. All of these guys who've ended up committing suicide, either in Afghan or following a return home and leaving the army, it wasn't an instantaneous thing. You know what I'm saying? This is something that they would have been going through every day. And I'm speaking from experience here. Every day there would have been suicidal thoughts. Every day there would have been this overwhelming feeling of, you know, why carry on? What's the point of it all? And I think for ex-servicemen, it's probably even harder. There's a certain level of manliness, of machismo in being in the armed forces, you know. And one of the constants with males with depression is a feeling of being ashamed, you know, that you've lost some element of your manhood, you know, that you should man it up and deal with it. And it's not that simple. It's not that simple, guys. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, look, you know, if you're in this kind of situation, don't deal with it alone. Simple as that. You know, if you had, you know, a cancer or some kind of life-threatening physical illness, there's no shame in going to the doctor about it. Depression has many different forms and causes, but a lot of its cause is to do with how your individual brain works, the way that your physical neurons connect with each other. It's as much a physical cause as having a cancer. Many years ago, I did lose my sister to cancer, and not long after that, there was a good friend of mine whose brother committed suicide. Cheery commentary here, guys. I know. But life happens, you know, and he said to me afterwards, he says, mate, well, he said, you know, depression killed my brother in exactly the same way as cancer killed your sister. And he was right, you know. The thing is, nobody ever feels bad about going to get treatment for cancer. And, you know, if you do have depression, if you've really got something like that you've got to deal with in your life, get some help, guys. There is no shame in it.
Let's finish him off.
There's absolutely no shame in it at all.
Uniform.
Sorry. Started off on such a really light note here of, you know, hey guys, say hi to Kyle. I don't know, maybe after this go on to Kyle's channel and get cheered up. I just want to discuss, I want to get it out there. It's part of life. And it's something that needs to be dealt with. It's not something that needs to be sort of, you know, just pushed under the carpet all the time. Whatever your views are on, you know, the military struggle in Iraq or Afghanistan and stuff, remember that the guys who go there, they're going there because it's like part of their job, you know what I'm saying? They don't kind of choose which conflict to get involved with. So, guys, all the best. Mrs. Muppet out. Take it easy. Bye. A little bit of tea bag to lighten the mood.